has to go to the grinder. This is rework. We're not going to rework anymore. This rack's coming down. Not a big deal. That's just a thing. What we're going to talk about, we're going to do what we normally don't do. Give a little catch up. Like, you know, we sort of improved the finger jointer. How's it going? We pivoted production. This is a follow-up episode.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. Because people want to know. There's like a lot of uncompleted plot lines.
Yeah.
Just like sort of like.
You know one big one? Are we moving? Are we not?
The building situation. Right. Yes, that's a big one. We should talk about that too.
Whoa! I don't know what I was...
Jeremy, have you ever seen, by the way, big board gamer, he has not played the pirate game yet.
I have not played Pirate Game.
Oh, you see the episode though.
I saw the episode with Pirate Game. I have not played Pirate Game.
What do you think? First thoughts?
I really need to see it,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
This is a lot of wood. This is a lot of wood.
Have you ever seen the floor this full by board footage?
No, the most full I've ever seen this floor was back when we used to do Prophecy over here. It's like ever since we did production where we cleared this out to make lanes, I don't think it's ever been this full.
Matt, I don't know. Cut to the footage before of what this used to look like. What is intuitively wrong with this situation here?
The pallets aren't very full.
Yes!
Yeah, these pallets were like down here.
Yeah, like even when I saw these all filled up with pallets, like the pallets would only be like up to your knee. Like getting one this high would be a rarity.
Right.
So,
yeah,
pivoting production. It was about it's about how to organize work on the floor.
Yep.
This pallet used to be split on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it's all on one pallet. So you've taken the movement time and you've reduced it by a factor of 8. Let's go check in with Ian on just the production pivot.
Okay.
He's investigating.
Always.
Always
Never ending.
We're talking about, we're doing a wrap-up episode, tying up all the loose ends. Production pivot. Yeah. Everybody wants to know. Give him an update.
Oh, okay.
Unmitigated success, like 50% more volume than we're pushing through before.
Great.
So, yeah. And we're quite confident we're actually building all the right stuff. We're not wasting time building things we don't need.
How is that translating to Pennsylvania and them actually shipping out all those orders?
This last week was like the highest yet. So we're making very good strides in that direction.
I did look at Pennsylvania finished goods inventory. Looked like it dipped finally.
It did dip.
We took a bite out of it.
There's the bite. It's the Christmas stuff.
Oh!
We transferred. Those are like the Christmas bundles. So Pennsylvania had been building up extra Christmas inventory of the accessory bundles.
Gotcha.
So when we finally pulled all that out, that was the big tick down.
Christmas is here. I'll show you the Christmas. But before we show you Christmas, let's talk about blue card investigations.
Bum, bum, bum.
This is just overall percentage of scrap over time. So when we started, we were at 13.5%, and we have overall, like, it is a steady level now. Call it 6.75.
How long has this been?
From week 30 to week 45, 15 weeks. This is 15 weeks of data.
So over that 15 weeks, it went from like noisy and big to downward slope and like steady, flatten out.
So people have just been paying more attention to when things go wrong, and we're catching things earlier in the process.
And then trying to address where they went wrong. And you can't see from this graph, but we do show what the major types of issues were. And from week to week, this has changed. So as we've sort of focused at the beginning, wood grading was like all of it, was the biggest bar by far. It's not even, now it's down to here.
Yep.
Other problems are now taking their place at the top, so we can now target those problems.
So right now our number one problem, that's always good to know. What's your biggest problem?
Sure.
Right, it's just good to know what's the biggest problem.
It's me.
I was trying to think of some sort of jokes to go with that.
I'll take the hit.
Okay. Anyway, so scrap is overall decreasing. And by the way, what I really like, I like to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 weeks of pretty consistent data. Love that. Because that allows you to get it into your production modeling. If I know I'm running consistently a 7% scrap rate, that means when I start my runs, I have to make them 7% bigger. When I'm pricing my goods, I know, oh, I have a hidden 7% scrap rate, right? When the data is up and down and all around, it's hard to take action. Let's go look at finger jointer. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Okay. I thought you were all psyched about the Christmas stuff.
Oh yeah, let's go look at Christmas. We gotta ask our shipping manager if he's ready for Christmas. Do you feel Christmas intimidation as shipping manager?
Oh God, no.
Come on.
No.
It could be a lot.
No.
These are all modular game table accessories for sale. Yeah, for the first time ever, we're gonna have roughly $1 million of MGT accessories for Christmas we've been building in Pennsylvania.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's big. Do a quick little math. Let's see how many, just on this one pallet, there's about 1,500 accessories right here. 1,500 on this one pallet.
Damn.
Wait, you ever see my shipping department, Doug?
I mean, confidence can get you to one of two places very quickly. We've been building these things in secret. We've still been shipping out our MGT Kickstarter.
Things that are stopping orders from going to customers are not these things.
Correct. It was like
we
corner
made sure
dice
it was none
trays,
of these
neoprene
things.
mats. It wasn't these items. More winning. You're gonna get sick of winning at Wyrmwood. There's gonna be so much winning. You're gonna be sick of it.
Where have I heard that?
Confidence can get you to one of two places.
When does Christmas music start in your department?
Oh, I whistle it all year round, so.
There we go. I like that energy.
Everyone gets mad at me for that.
Here with me.
I'm a reasonable person. Yeah, I don't listen to
Thank
Christmas
you.
music
Yeah.
ever.
Let's go check out thingies. I'll show you what you have never seen before. There's thousands of board feet of finger jointed material
That we made?
that we made. This is all finger jointed material we made. This is all finger jointed material we made. That's all finger jointed material we made. That's all finger jointed material we made. And yesterday we ran 3,000 board feet of finger jointed material we made. Finger jointed material was a major bottleneck to our fulfillment. We could not run the finger jointer fast enough to keep up with the production we had to do. I think we may have cracked open that bottleneck.
Yeah. And I think we're gonna get even faster from here. Actually, do you wanna check this out though?
Oh, this is like more winning. This is more W's getting racked up at Wyrmwood. Wyrmwood starts with a W because we win.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Look at this.
What's that?
They're already the size they're supposed to be when we're gonna use them.
So you're basically saying you've saved time down the line because you don't have to send this to the chop again.
Yeah. We can now produce the chopped length ahead of time. So this is the first time we've done it, so we're gonna see how it flows through, but it should completely eliminate the chop saw step,
Right.
where this is just gonna get the edges cleaned up and then off to the clamp rack. So it should save a whole ton of time. And the yield will be like 100% because we're not chopping anything off it at all.
More winning. That's what it is.
That doesn't look like a win.
Okay, there is some losing.
This is how we do it.
There is some losing.
What even happened?
It pushed a little too hard. Pretty strong machine.
So Ty, I have 3 questions. What were we running before? What are we running now per day? And then once you guys are fully trained and all the bugs are worked out, where do you think we'll be?
Well, before the techs got here, we were doing a single 8.5 foot board at a time. Very slow.
How many board feet?
Just 27 to 3,300 in a good day.
Okay.
Right now, even on last week on Friday in 4 hours, we did 3,700. That's before lunch. So double.
So yeah, that's double. Big wins. They're big wins.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think these guys are killing it. What's up with the pineapple?
Whatever that is.
Just pineapple. Okay. All right. I don't know. Good. We got the update.
Yep.
Are you satisfied?
So satisfied
Wow.
with all of these wins. They're everywhere.
We'll go talk to y'all. I'll tell you about. We'll do the landlord update. We mostly win. Mostly win. We did not win the rent negotiation. That was not a win. So what happened, in a negotiation, you always want to have an out. You don't want to be in a situation where you have to do something. So when we did all those episodes where we were looking at other buildings, that was us trying to find additional leverage, an out. Right? Because if we could be like, oh, here's a great building that wants to offer us all this great stuff to like move over there, that would give us a lot of leverage against our existing lease, right? So anyway, let me back up. Then modular desk happened, and that Kickstarter did not fund. Then the economy started going into the shitter. And so we were like, ugh. Already right then I was like, I'm not in the mood to move, right? It's expensive and risky, and when things are bad, you don't want to like make those sorts of moves. The rent renegotiation, the month that the lease was up was the month that the Gizmodo article came out, was the month that also my wife got diagnosed with cancer. It was a rough month. Long story short, we kind of got fucked. I think the landlord was at the point of maximum leverage at that point.
Yeah.
But what are we gonna do? You gotta pay the rent.
Yep.
We are signed into a 12-year lease here with a series of 10% price increases and then a bunch of 3% price increases.
Every year?
Yearly.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Over 12 years.
Yeah.
Over 12 years. The thing is, a lot depends on what happens with inflation.
Right, yeah.
Caveat, kick-out clauses. So we can kick out of this location every 3 years. Every 3 years, I can pay them a half a year rent to end the lease. Here's what's interesting though. Yes, I got fucked. We got fucked. Everything can be renegotiated. Because theoretically, when the kick-out clause comes up in probably about 2 years, if business is doing well, and there is a property we're interested in, I'm gonna be able to go to him and say, hey, listen, I've got a half a year rent. You can take a half year rent and I'll be gone. No problem. You're gonna have to find another tenant that's willing to pay $70K a month, which I don't know if they're out there.
They probably won't.
They're not out there. Or, by the way, you can renegotiate this lease. So, not all hope is lost. I may have lost this battle, but I'm still in the war.
Right. How much do you think it would cost to just move?
Oh, it depends if you count the downtime. Just our MGT line, we've been producing about $100,000 a day. Yeah, so if you're down for a week, that's $500,000 of lost production. If you're down for a month, that's $2 million of production. So it's not only the cost of moving the equipment, which will cost, I don't know, many hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's also the cost of, oh, your manufacturing facility is down.
It just doesn't even seem realistic that we'd be able to.
Yeah, well, you want to have a little, if you want to feel your sphincter pucker, like.
I love that.
Some people do.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
No?
Not a huge fan. I'm not also, not.
Could go either way.
I guess so. The total amount of this deal, if we stay for those 12 years,
yeah.
it's just over $10 million. So if we stay here and take no action, I'm basically like, oh, here you go, Mr. Landlord, here's $10 million, of which we get no equity. So this is the thing, everyone thinks like, oh, Doug's the boss, he's the CEO. There's layers in society. There's always a layer above you. Doesn't matter how far you go in life, there's a layer above you. And what's interesting about Wyrmwood and Wyrm Lyfe is we actually show some of the layers a lot of people don't even see.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And by the way, yes, of course, I have far more, Wyrmwood has far more resources and I have far more optionality in my life and the decisions I can make for myself or the company than 99% of people. But just because you're in the top 5% or the top 1% doesn't mean there's a 0.1% or 0.5% above you that actually dictates the structure. Because like the power curve in America is steeply exponential. He bought this building for $100,000.
Like the whole
complex.
Jesus.
He bought this entire complex for roughly, I believe it was roughly around $100,000 because it had environmental contamination and no developers wanted to touch it. Then if nobody wants to touch it,
the one guy that knows the system, he knows the game, he's able to arbitrage that knowledge in order to get a fucking steal.
That's crazy.
He knows how to play the game, and he's better at it than I am. And it bothers me. So I'm learning. So next time I meet him at the negotiation table,
we get the W.
We get the W, because we have one L.
Drip too hard, don't stand too close, you gon' fuck around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Back.
What are you doing? What?
What is this? Oh, this art. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Whoa, what's this?
Got a package in the mail.
Oh. What are you doing? What is going on?
It's over the package. Assemble your party. Okay.
Huh?
Nice.
A flag and share. No way! Oh, we got it.
So this is Matt Lillard's whiskey.
D&D inspired.
Oh, yes.
Wow, we haven't had a drinking on the job episode in so long.
I'm so excited.
Everybody in the club.
It's been...
Is that why you've been singing that song, Gabe?
That's so great. This is available now. How many bottles were there?
So they actually sold out of this first release, and then they did a...
You can only get this. You can't get this.
You guys just like sip this for fun?
It's like liquid smoke.
Yeah.
Just like fun?
You put a rock in it, it gets better.
Yep, I'm a fan, and I am going to read this, because this is really fun. I am going to read it.
Fucking read that.
It's like, yeah. You know why I like it? It enhances the experience of the product. Like, this is great customer experience.
Gates wants the next one for free, so...
No, that's not... No, I'm saying, like, the presentation is great. The bottle looks great. It says, like, the story will continue, and then it has the name of the next whiskey. By buying the next one, you get a continuation of the story.
Bro, we're already friends with him. Like, you don't have to do this.
I'm not. I'm saying these are some of the great things about this. They did a great job with this product.
Gates, I do think you have something on your nose, though.
On it?
Yeah. It's a little brown.